And so how can you create 10,000 experiments to achieve mastery? But I like to go beyond the 10,000 hours, beyond the 10,000 experiences to 10,000 exposures. Kia ora, hi, I'm Craig Johns, high performance leadership expert, the CEO and managing partner of Speakers Institute Corporate, and the founder of Gravity of Leadership. On today's episode of the Gravity of Leadership series, we're talking about 10,000 exposures. Now, some of you may have heard of Malcolm Gladwell. He's written a number of different books. One of the latest ones is called Blink. He's written the book David and Goliath. One of my favorites is Tipping Point. Now, in Tipping Point, he talks about some research that had been done around the 10,000 consistent hours of deliberate practice to mastery. Now, obviously that's an average, and it depends on maybe similar skill sets that you can apply to developing mastery in something, and you may not need 10,000 hours, but it's talking about the importance of deliberate practice consistently over a long period of time to actually achieve mastery. You have to be in it for the long haul. You need to be prepared to be resilient, to continue and stay focused and achieve success. But a good friend of mine, Jessica Kiely, talks about 10,000 experiments. So not only 10,000 hours, but use that opportunity to create 10,000 experiments where you set a plan, you test it, and then you review it. And so how can you create 10,000 experiments to achieve mastery? But I like to go beyond the 10,000 hours, beyond the 10,000 experiences to 10,000 exposures. So if you think about this, your hours is deliberate practice focused on what you're doing. The experiments is where you plan something and try something that helps you grow in that skill set. Then the exposures part, the 10,000 exposures, is where you adjust the elements. I'll use triathlon as an example because this is something I grew up with. With triathlon, if I just swam in the pool all the time and I went to go and race in an ocean with waves, I would probably struggle because I'm not used to exposing myself to waves, to choppy waters, maybe to wind. But then also, from a running point of view, if I just train on a treadmill, I wouldn't be used to the hard bitumen roads or undulating hills or turning corners or even doing a 180 degree on a cone. If I think about cycling, if I only ever trained sitting up and I didn't train in an aero position, and on race day I wanted to get really aerodynamic so I could go faster, my body wouldn't be accustomed to it and I wouldn't be able to hold that position very long. So how can you expose yourself to different challenges? Now let's think about leadership. Say you're in a leadership role. Think about those different situations, those scenarios that you're not going to have every day, but expose yourself at least to putting yourself in a situation and thinking how you might react. Maybe it's even putting yourself and working in someone else's job for a day. So you get exposed to what the other person is doing who you might be leading. So think about 10,000 hours of deliberate practice, 10,000 experiments where you test, do something, and then debrief it, and then also 10,000 exposures that you can look at it and be tested in different environments and situations. That's the golden ticket. 3 times 10,000. Bring those together and you're well on your way to achieving high success in life. Remember, it's important to create a gravitational pull, not a gravitational push as a leader. What is your gravity of leadership today? Ka kite anō. I look forward to seeing you next time.